Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, happy Labor Day, happy Monday. I hope everybody is having a great long weekend. If not a great long weekend, then a good long weekend. I'm so happy to have today off, but with today off comes not feeling so great. That's why I'm sipping some Canada Dry ginger ale. My southern hemisphere is not feeling so great. So we're sipping some ginger ale and we're taking it easy today. But last night I watched Real Housewives of New York, and we're gonna get into it. So let's get into Real Housewives of New York City. Okay, so this week the focus is the cast trip. If you watch Real Housewives of any city, they always go on a fantastic cast trip, unless you are Salt Lake City and one of your castmates is Jen Shaw and you can't leave the country for legal reasons. So, but usually they go on fantastic trips. This is no different. This go round, the ladies are going to Anguilla, and this is something that is planned by Sai. So as we can see at the end, near the end of the episode, there's certainly food to eat, as opposed to if Aaron were organizing this trip. So we start off a few days before Christmas, and Sai and Uba meet up to go shopping. They're shopping for some clothes for their tropical getaway, and Sai brings Uba kind of up to speed on what's going on. She talks about Jenna's gift bag. Sai really seems to think that she's giving these gifts that are from these multiple collabs that she has as like, she's giving them because they have an ulterior motive. And she doesn't feel like they're like a real gift. They also talk about Aaron's party, and she brings up the fact that at the wreath decorating party, that Aaron had said it was terrible that you had left early. And Uba doesn't hold back. She says it was kind of shitty that you left early. You really shouldn't have done that. If you were so hungry, you could have just ordered pizza. And I was like, who is gonna order a pizza at an event? So they moved on from that. Then they talked a little bit about the kind of dust up that happened between Bryn and Aaron about what Aaron was saying. Uba didn't seem to have too much to say about that. She just wants to get away. She wants to go to Anguilla. She just got over COVID. She wants to have fun. She doesn't want to have a lot of drama. That never happens on a cast trip. Next, Jenna is walking around with her brother, Spencer. I hope this isn't the brother that called her that genitalia. Listen, I'm going to tell you, I thought that was weird. I thought that was like real creepy weird that was the nickname that he gave her. That's kind of gross. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that's kind of gross. They're walking around Rockefeller Center area, and she's telling him about how they reached out to her to kind of revamp their shops, to bring in small businesses and to bring in businesses that were more reflective of the population in New York City. So bringing in small shops owned by people of color, by women, by Asians, things like that. Which, I don't know, now with everything the women are saying about her, now I'm like, does she have ulterior motives in giving these presents? I don't know. Like, I really do like Jenna a lot, but the gift thing is kind of, I don't know. I can see where the ladies are coming from on it. They go and they eat, and then she opens up a little bit more with her brother about her genetic disease, because of her genetic disease, she has very thin hair. She has bald spots. She has a bald spot like here. She doesn't have any teeth. So she's had to have quite a few extensive dental surgeries. And she has pigmentation issues that kind of look like they're scars from maybe like burn scars. So she was joking, saying she's going to wear like tweed pants and a sweater on the beach because everybody else that's going to be there is like so perfect and has perfect skin and it's thin and beautiful. And then here she is. So she's very self-conscious about her scars. She's going to go down a little earlier so that she can tan, because when she tans, they're not as prominent. Like you can't see the skin issues as much. So she's going to go down a little bit earlier. A little bit later on, we see Bryn and her brother. What's her brother's name? Darius. They meet a few days after Christmas, and they meet in LA. They do this every year. Like he lives in Seoul, and so they meet there a few days after Christmas every year. They figure it is it's the go-between between New York and Seoul. So they meet there for the holidays. They go they go hiking. And they're talking about marriage and kids. And she says that she wants marriage and she wants kids, but she just doesn't want the engagement. Like she just wants to get married and she wants the kids. But then she's also talking about like how she likes that she can just pick up and go. Like she said, if I wake up and I feel like I just want to go to Miami or I want to go to Paris, I just hop on a plane and I go. Yikes. Okay. So she's able to do that. I'm telling you what, that sounds pretty nice to me. But she is saying she does want the kids and she does want marriage, but subconsciously she thinks when she hears the word family, her instinct is to run, because when she was growing up, her family was pretty much non-existent. Her father wasn't there. Her mother couldn't take care of her. So she was raised by her grandmother. She really didn't have like the family that she had. Her grandmother did as the best job that she could, but her parents, the people who were supposed to be there for her, they weren't. So she subconsciously is kind of rebelling against that. So we move in to the future. 2 weeks later, Aaron visits Jenna because Jenna just had dental surgery. So she visits Jenna. She brings over this butternut squash soup. She says it's warm. And so Jenna is like so happy. She's like, I've seen the Aaron, the friend side of Aaron, but now this is like the mothering side of Aaron. And I like it and this, that. And she comes in and she's so warm and she's like, I knew that you had this done and I just thought I would make you some soup. Oh, putting on this act of all like, oh, I really care about you. Here's soup and this and that. So she's eating the soup. They're laying around. They're talking. And then Jenna says, listen, I'm going to be flying down a couple days early. I'm going to be flying down a couple days early because I need to get a tan so that I can feel not so subconscious and I can feel a little more comfortable being on a beach in a bathing suit around everybody else who has like this perfect skin. So that's why I'm doing it. But then she says, oh, wait, no. But then also, I think Aaron says something like, oh, what did you think about Bryn saying something negative about you flying down early? And then they show a text message. They go backwards and they show a group chat. And she says about how she's going down early because she needs to tan because of her skin. And then Sai says something like diva to diva behavior. And Jessel's kind of making fun of it and kind of ripping a little bit on Jenna. Just remember that's Jessel. And then Jenna comes out and says, Jenna should never have said this. Jenna says then another reason why she is flying down early, and don't hate me for saying this, but she doesn't want to fly coach. She says that, and they have it on, video. And Aaron then off camera says, "Wow, this is a new level of diva. Why wouldn't you want to fly down with us?" But then immediately afterwards, after she says she doesn't want to fly coach, Aaron is like, "Can you take me with you? Oh, I don't want to fly with everybody else." Because Aaron says beforehand, I don't know if I'm going, and I don't want to be around these people that, that I'm having a problem with, and this and that. We all know she goes. Okay, so then, now this is something that moving forward, I know it's going to be a topic for discussion, but Jessel and her husband, Pavitt, is that his name? Jessel and Pavitt, they're talking about him going to Vietnam. This is definitely going to be a topic moving forward. But Jessel's husband is going to be going to Vietnam for 3 days. He says it's to get a sandwich, to eat a sandwich. Jessel, now listen, I don't like Jessel. It is no secret. Jessel's not my favorite at all. But yeah, I would be questioning that too. He's like, they have the best this certain specific sandwich. They have the best sandwich there. It's the best there. And she's like, we can go down the street and get you one. He's like, no, you got to go to Vietnam. Turns out it takes 20 hours to get there. So she's like, you're gonna travel 20 hours. You're gonna get there. You're gonna eat a sandwich. And you're gonna leave. And he's not going with friends. He's just going by himself. Doesn't that seem odd? That seems odd to me. And she's like, maybe he's just going to get away from my nagging. I mean, that's completely possible, but do you got to go the whole way across the world to get away from somebody's nagging? You can't maybe just, like she said, we have 1 million hotels. They have 1 million hotels there in that city. You can't just do that? I don't know. It's odd. Moving forward, that's going to be a thing. Because what are you doing in Vietnam? By yourself. And he's like, well, you're going to Anguilla. She's like, I'm going for 5 days to Anguilla because it's with my friends and it's a girls' trip. P.S. Also, listen, it's part of when you sign up for Real Housewives, you have to go on this cash trip. So this is bringing money in to our family. You're welcome. That's all. I don't like Jessel. That's what I would have said. I would have said, oh, this trip? Yes, that's bringing money into our family. It's part of this contract that I'm in. You're welcome. Thank you. That's it. So all the ladies except for Jenna show up at the airport. They fly out and they get to this house that I picked out. It was the Sea Villa. Listen, this thing was amazing. When I first saw it, I thought it was a castle. Bar none. Listen, this is one of the most beautiful houses that they've had on any of these cash trips, which makes me wonder, like, who pays for that? Is it Bravo or is it the woman that's hosting or what? Because this thing was phenomenal, amazing. So everybody picks, just like on any other cash trips, it's like the running of the bulls in Pamplona when the women pick out their rooms. Everybody gets like just a gorgeous room, especially Sai. And then they give Jenna the absolute, like the smallest room. It's not, listen, if I had that room, I'd be like, this is great. But as comparison to the others, no, it wasn't. It was, they figured we're going to give her this because she's the last one here. Listen, I get that. I can't fault them for that. So everybody's gathered around except for Jenna. And Erin then proceeds to tell them everything. She said, when is Jenna getting here? They said, we don't know. So she says, good, because I don't want her to walk in when I'm telling you this. She tells the ladies about how she was flying out early because she wants to tan, so she's not as self-conscious sitting around with everybody else in a bathing suit. She also then tells her the reason why she didn't fly out with us is because she doesn't fly coach. And everybody immediately was like, oh, this is not copacetic. I'm not cool with that. Erin then says off camera, the reason why I told them is because Jenna didn't tell me I couldn't. Listen, so then she goes on, and then Erin doubles down and proceeds to say that she wonders if she even really needed to get here early to tan. Listen, I see right through your fake, I'm a friend, oh, I care, and I'm going to bring over this soup. You could give a shit less, because the second that you were able to, you start the pot. Listen, on Watch What Happens Live afterwards, they had the cast, and they were asking people, like, who would you say was this? Who would you say is that? And the question was, who is the biggest pot stirrer? Everybody pointed to Erin. Everybody. And I can see why. Brynn then starts talking about it. And Brynn really let loose on Jenna's gifts, like her branded gifts. Her question really was, do you want to be friends with me? Or do you want me to just post your gifts on my social, your presence on my socials? And she said then that Jenna had shown the gift bag that she gave them. There was a video, I guess, on maybe her Instagram, where she was putting everything in a bag. And then she even put the one in, the collab that was the bracelet or the necklace she put in. She's like, and here's something, so-and-so with Jenna Lyons. And Erin was like, I didn't know that. I didn't get my bag yet. Well, that's because you left early. So she was like, I don't know. That's kind of giving me ick. I have to say, I can't say that I disagree with Brynn on this. That's just it. And Brynn says she really doesn't know anything about Jenna because Jenna doesn't tell her anything. Jenna arrives right as they're talking about her. Jenna arrives. She is looking glowing. She's in like a backless dress and everything. And Erin is like, wait, for somebody who is self-conscious about showing skin, I mean, she's really showing her skin. Well, I mean, she did just tan, and she was staying at the Four Seasons, and she got a massage. So immediately she walks in. It's like she's walking into like a lion's den. Everybody's asking her about why she didn't fly out with them. We heard it's because you don't fly coach. Jenna lied. I hate that she did this, but she lied, and she says, I didn't say that. They rolled the beautiful bean footage and she did say it. And then she goes into the story of like why she couldn't tan earlier than Christmas. And it was giving like Erica Jane car crash vibes. Like, I was going to go tan, but then my friend got a dog and I was going to go to Miami, but then blah, blah, blah this. And then I got the surgery and this. It was very Erica Jane-esque. And I wasn't a fan of that. Nobody was really buying it. You could tell by Brynn's face, she absolutely was not. Sai off camera basically just said, listen, Jenna, why not be real? Why not just come out, be real, and nobody would be upset? And then Jenna's saying that if she looked like all of them and she had such beautiful skin, she wouldn't have to come early to tan and this and that. And Brynn was like, I don't buy it. That's a cop-out. Everybody leaves to go get ready to go out. And listen, Erin says off camera, actions have consequences, Jenna, with a smile. She's a shit stirrer. I'm telling you what. She's in the same form of Lisa Rinna. She's a shit stirrer. What is that? I thought you were supposed to be her friend and you're trying. You're two-faced. I mean, make sure the one of your faces looks good, but she's two-faced is what I'm saying. So Jessel and Jenna, they're talking. Jenna said she feels like there is like a resentment that's just building and building towards her. Jessel said she feels like the ladies are taking Jenna's insecurities and then using them against her, and that's not right. Jenna said she feels like there's some kind of animosity that's building towards her from Brynn. She doesn't know exactly where that's coming from. And then Jessel says, so effing what that you flew down early. Big deal. Listen, it's great that you're saying it now, but you weren't really jumping up to defend Jenna is all I'm saying. I mean, you were right there with them talking about her. That's all. Sai and Brynn were also talking. Brynn said she doesn't buy any of the excuses. She sees through it, and that Jenna just doesn't tell her anything. Doesn't tell her anything about her life. So that was this week. Next week, I mean, it looks like we're gonna hear the same. We're gonna hear a lot of the same stuff. Maybe a little more drama. Maybe a little more tea. So with that being said, let me know. Did you watch this week? If you did, what did you think? If nobody told you yet today, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there. Please, no matter where you're at, please stay safe. If you're somewhere where it's real hot, please stay hydrated, stay cool, take care of one another, and I love you guys. This is a long video. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.